Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. I said down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gonna shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em. These. Let me stop, y'all. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Y'all like this? This is my. I bought this for the kids, but look, I'm messing around with this thing. It does all these sound effects. You can do karaoke on it. It hooks up to your Bluetooth and plays music. It's good. It hooks up to your phone and everything. It's cool. But anyway, what's up, y'all? This is Ty. Y'all know what I'm here for. If you know that theme song, that's the theme song to P.Valley, a hot new show that comes on the Stars Network. And this is episode 7 that I'm going to be reviewing. Now, listen, I love that theme song. So, listen, I know I can't rap. I know. Stay in your lane, Ty. I know. But look, I'm going to be goofy. I'm going to have some fun. So, sorry. But anyway, shout outs to my people. Simply Be Yourself 100, Miss Always Blessed, Tia Divine, June BLC, Cynthia, and all the other folks. Come on, y'all, like and comment. I know y'all got to be watching this show. This show comes on the Stars Network. And yes, I'm reviewing it because I love it. Now, listen, the show is pretty good. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it. It's on Stars. You need to binge watch it. It's only 8 episodes of the season. This is episode 7. We got one more to go. It's a short season. It's a new show, but it's a good show. So you could easily catch up by the time the next episode comes on Sunday. So anyway, let's get right down to this review, my review of episode 7 of P.Valley. I was about to say Greenleaf. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, it looks like the Pink is gonna close. Man, the Pink is gonna close. Ain't gonna be no more sliding up on that pole and shooshing down and booty it's about to shut down. The mayor don't want it there, and they're trying to do this whole thing with building this casino and taking over the land and making this deal. But you would think, poor Uncle Clifford thought if Uncle Clifford teamed up with Patrice, which is Mercedes' mother, and did this whole spectacle protest thing and had her out there, Lord, glory, glory, glory. He thought that was going to help and make buzz. And I mean, it did a little buzz. It made the little news and all of that. But that's not stopping this foreclosure train. That's not stopping them from putting the Pink on the auction block. And I thought that scene, though, let's talk about that little protest. I thought that scene was hilarious because Patrice and Uncle Clifford despise each other. They can't stand each other. She doesn't like Uncle Clifford's lifestyle and all that because she loved the Lord. She heard his cry, so she ain't all about that. And he can't stand her holier than thou attitude and all these other. Well, I'm sorry, she, because Uncle Clifford prefers to be called she. She cannot stand his Patrice's holier than thou attitude and the way Patrice is towards her daughter Mercedes, because Patrice, she don't like all that booty shaking and stripping, but she take that money though. She'll take your money though. But anyway, so they teamed up. I thought it was funny seeing Uncle Clifford in that 1960s Black Power outfit, Black Panther outfit, and it was hilarious just seeing those two together. And Uncle Clifford made it clear, listen, once we done with this, I bailed you out and all, I don't really like you, but we doing this. But Uncle Clifford has seemed to have failed in this because after they did that, the mayor was pissed, and the mayor just did a swoop down, had the sheriff come over there, and now they just, if you do this, you're going to get cited. You better not do this tonight. So he did some alterations, just pressing on him, just trying to just destroy the Pink and destroy Uncle Cliff. So Uncle Cliff is crying, he's upset because he's like, I'm really gonna lose this thing. And he meets up with Mercedes. Mercedes is actually in the Pink, and she wasn't feeling the whole fact that he had her mama out there protesting with him. He's like, you out here hanging with the devil? What's wrong with you? But then he explained it all to her. So he said to her, listen, we leaving. This is the end. We got to go out with a big bang. So the plan now is to do this big, I forgot what night they were calling, but it's going to be this big night, He's asking Mercedes, he said, you're my bottom B, and, I need you here. I need my bottom B here. And she was saying no at first, but then he convinced her. So she's going to be there. It's going to be this big show. All the finest girls going to be there for this final show. Uncle Clifford's giving them this pep talk, like, we going to get out here and make that money. We can't show because the sheriff told him that there's something going in place where now they can't show their breasts or whatever and serve alcohol, some foolish, ridiculous thing because the mayor is mad because of that whole protest thing. So they have to find ways to work around that. So they're thinking about doing all that. And there is Haley, a.k.a. Autumn Night, who should be getting her way out of town because, she's on the run. She needs to go. But she, instead of leaving, she should have made the little final deal with Mercedes, and she should have split. But what she does is she decides she's going to stay and stick around for this big brouhaha. Mercedes convinces her, you know what, why don't you invite Andre for one last, excuse me, y'all, let me fix this chair. Why don't you invite Andre to come to this big show or whatever? Now, Andre himself, he done pissed off a lot of people too. So Andre and the mayor, and that's who's his godfather, they have a few words because y'all see how Andre kind of finessed that deal, and now what's his name? Dwight? Is his name? What's the brother's name? Corbin. I'm sorry, Dwight. Corbin and his brothers, the guy with his brothers, they weren't seeing eye to eye, but somehow Andre has finessed this deal where instead of getting this big payout, they're going to be leasing it instead. And they're not happy about that. The brothers aren't happy about that. The mayor is not happy about that. But I like that scene where pretty much Andre was telling him, you don't have any integrity and you selling out to the white man. Man, the mayor let him have it. He said, you telling me this? You think you better now? You telling me? I crawled so you can walk. He gave him that speech. You don't know what I had to endure. Kind of told Andre off. So, Andre, that was Andre's in a little hot water. Poor Corbin, he done got beat up by his brothers and all that because of this deal. But here's my question, guys. In the last episode, I thought the brothers forced him to sign and agree with them. So how did Andre finesse this? Somebody help me out with that, because I was confused. Maybe I was distracted by all the booty, that I wasn't paying attention to that. So somebody leave me a comment. Let me know about that, please, because I was trying to figure that out, because I thought that the deal was already sealed when they pulled the gun out on him and made him sign. But what do I know? So somebody help me out with that. So anyway, it's going to be the big night. Autumn, a.k.a. Haley, she should be leaving, but she decides she's going to stay and she's going to invite Andre. Because they got a little romance going on. Andre's married, by the way, but, married, nobody, sadly, nobody seems to be respecting that. But anyway, we have Little Murder. Little Murder, he's about to perform, but he has cold feet. And, this was his, this is the thing. He was wanting to be put on. We saw his progression throughout the series, throughout this season. In the beginning, he could barely get in the club. He could get his music played. Now he's popping, and now he's got this show he's got to do. Now he's nervous. He's nervous. So he's up there practicing, and he all halfway doing it. And so Keyshawn pulls him to the side. She's like, no, that's terrible. We got to fix that. So she takes him in the back, makes him get butt naked, and she gives the tactic actually worked. Made him strip butt naked and do his performance in front of her butt naked, and he started getting into it, and he's butt naked, rapping. So now he's ready. And he's also in love with Uncle Clifford. And so before his performance for the big night, he decides he's going to take Uncle Clifford through the woods somewhere. And I'm like, where they going? He take Uncle Clifford through the woods. Uncle Clifford was like, yeah, where you going? Where you taking me? And he takes him, we gonna go see the stars. And so what he did was this, he had the car sitting out there, and he put lights in the car, and they went in the car, and they had their little romantic whatever. That was cool, that little putting all them lights up in the car like that and doing that nice. That was a nice little thing he did for Uncle Clifford. You know, so their little thing is going hot and heavy. Meanwhile, Keyshawn, a.k.a. Mississippi, she's so fine. All of these girls in this show are just gorgeous. But anyway, her and Diamond came this close. They came that close to getting it on. They was about to kiss or whatever. But then I believe that was Gidget or one of those girls that walked in and that kind of stopped that. But that's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Although she has that abusive boyfriend, I'm thinking Diamond's going to end up rescuing her from that abusive boyfriend. I can feel it. I can feel it. I really can. So now, another interesting thing that happened, back to Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford. One of Lil Murda's sidekicks, business partners, whatever, he sees Lil Murda tipping and dipping, coming back from the little hideout spot with Uncle Clifford. And they doing all that together. You know how people, when they finish handling, putting themselves back together. So he startles Lil Murda, and he has this conversation with him. He's like, now you told me you tipped and dipped with Uncle Clifford. That was a one-time thing, but this looked like this is going on. And he was like, listen, I ain't judging you. I don't see what you see in this mess. I ain't judging you. Kind of is judging when you say that. But he was like, I don't see what you see with this whole thing, but that's your business. But listen, you trying to get this career popping. Listen, you're going to have to keep that under control. Your heart wants what the heart wants, but you in your feelings, but this might mess up the money. This might mess up the business. That's basically what his friend was telling him. And I understood that because with all the homophobia and all that, there's no, well, I guess now I was about to say, there's no like popular gay, no, there really isn't a popular gay rapper who with something like, what was that? No, Lil Nas X, right? But he's kind of more popish. But this guy, he's supposed to be doing this trap music, this and that and that. It's not going to fit with that image. You see what I'm saying? So I understand what the guy is saying. You may lose fans over this because, people are not accepting. People, have their thing. They don't agree with certain things. So that was, I like that scene. I like how he told him, like, listen, you're going to have to get this together. Get yourself under control with this. So I thought that was interesting. So now this is the big night. The ladies are looking good. Mercedes is back. Autumn still here. Autumn, a.k.a. Haley, but she was on the run, folks. So, we saw those missing persons things. The mayor saw that. She's been found out. So we see this guy, he's in there. He's all, we see this guy, and he was just, there was something about this guy. I was like, yeah, he's on a mission. He's on a mission. So we know he's on a mission looking for Autumn, a.k.a. Haley. Now, before that, Andre comes in. Now, they made Andre sign the petition because you can't get in there if you don't sign the petition because they're trying to save the pink and all of these good things. So he goes in there, and she takes Andre into the room, and they're about to get hot and heavy. They did get hot and heavy, and he thought he was going to get some, and she was like, your phone is ringing. You need to answer it. And he's like, no. He did one of my numbers. Nah, I get that phone late. But she turned the phone on, and it's his wife. So she's like, where are you? He's like, oh, I'm at my place. She was like, no, because I'm at your place. So he's like, what? And then he rushes home. And see, she did that on purpose so he could pick up the phone. He rushes over to where he's staying, and his wife is about to, where you been? Who you messing with? Who you effing with? So he takes out his frustration, his sexual frustration out on his wife. He really wanted to do all of that with Autumn, but he ended up having sex with his actual wife. And she was like, oh, you missed me, didn't you? No, he ain't miss you. He wanted Redbone, but you called and interrupted. That's what happened. So even though you the wife, and she fine too. I said, shout outs to the casting director. All the women on here just yeah, man. But, you know, he did his wife. Okay, you know, and that was cool. So now we go on back to the Pink, and you know, Mercedes, she goes over to that guy. He looks mysterious, whatever, and he turns Mercedes down. He's like, nah, I'm good, blah blah blah. So then she sees the coach, but he tells her, but I'm interested in that one, and he points to Autumn, aka Haley, and she comes over. But when she comes over, she's like, she has that look because this is the dude that she's been running from. So they go in the back room, and I'm like, oh shoot. But I'm telling you, Mercedes caught on to that because she didn't really stick around with the coach either. She knows that something was up because um, why am I forgetting the girl's name? Autumn, listen, you know, go get that money. She could tell that Autumn's body language that something is up. So they go in the back room and everything, and dude is like, where's my money? Where's my money? And she's looking nervous. She's like, I shot you. And that's where it left us off, right? And I'm telling you, oh wait, that was really good. That was really good. And I was like, dag. But see, that's what I like, a show that has me like this. I can't wait for the next scene. Now we gotta wait till the next episode. And another thing, Keyshawn's low down, dirty boyfriend comes in. Now he wants to come see her perform because this is the last night. And he gets into a few words with Gidget. And we see that ugly side of him. And he basically says to Gidget, what you gonna do? And he gets a little aggressive with her, and he calls her trailer trash, and her mom was a crackhead, just throwing all the insults. And he said, Keyshawn ain't never leaving me, and all this other stuff. But I'm telling you, I think that Diamond's going to rescue her or something. Something's going to happen. So that was pretty much this episode. I really enjoyed it. We got to wait till next week, y'all, to see what's going to happen. I think somebody's going to get hurt. Something's going to happen up in that little room in the back. Yeah. We're going to learn more about what's going on with this whole thing with Haley and this dude, and yeah, it's getting good. Each episode just gets better. I mean, each episode. What were your thoughts? Did you like the episode? I enjoyed it. I'm liking this entire season, and I cannot wait till next week for the season finale. And then once I see the season finale, I'm gonna be like, I can't wait for them to do season 2. So anyway, that's all I got. Please leave your comments down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.